My name is Grayson Harper. Kane's text landed at 21:17. Sis, you're not elite enough for the Harper NY party. Stay home. I didn't hesitate. Perfect, I shot back. My party's somewhere else. 3 weeks later, I wired 80 grand through Graywave LLC and took ownership of a 48-foot yacht. I had gray painted across the stern, the nickname they'd been using to mock me since 8th grade. On December 20th, I dropped a TikTok from the flybridge. One take, no filters, simple caption, my own end-of-year spot. It cleared 5 million views before sunrise. Kane saw it, Dad saw it, Mom saw it. On December 30th, they stormed Edgartown Harbor Marina with a guy in a black hoodie carrying a tool bag ready to bypass biometric locks. Len waved fake docking papers like they were solid gold. I stepped onto the gangway and blocked them. No docking orders filed. Step off. They shoved past me and pounded on the cabin door. The lock clicked. The door cracked open and the face staring back made their jaws drop. Smash subscribe and ring the bell because what happened inside that cabin flipped my entire family upside down. Drop a comment. Would you have opened the door? My name is Grayson Harper, and I build brands for a living out of a one-bedroom in Boston's North End. I shoot product reels, negotiate sponsorships, and turn caffeine into deadlines. Most nights end with me hunched over a screen until the kettle runs dry. Growing up in the Harper house came with a single unspoken rule. Kane always came first. My little brother was the golden boy, high school quarterback throwing 3,000 yards his senior year. Scouts showed up. Local papers ran his photo above the fold. My dad, Len Harper, coached the booster club and turned every dinner into a breakdown of Kane's stats. My mom kept scrapbooks thicker than my college transcripts. I existed on the margins. When I was 10, I asked if I could invite 2 friends to the family New Year's Eve party. Dad laughed and told me it wasn't a sleepover, it was for donors. I spent the night alone, counting fireworks through the window. At 12, Kane got a new dirt bike for Christmas. I got socks. Mom said athletes needed equipment. I learned to film his practices on my flip phone and edit clips so recruiters would notice. No one ever asked what I wanted to study. By 15, the pattern was locked in. Kane missed curfew after a game and got a high five. I missed dinner because I was finishing a school project and got grounded for priorities. Aunt Rowan, Dad's younger sister, started calling every Sunday from Providence. She was the family rebel, divorced at 30, running a small real estate firm, immune to Len's rules. Gray, she'd say, using the nickname Kane invented to tease my quiet voice. Your turn's coming, keep grinding. I hated the name then, but her calls kept me breathing. Senior year, Kane tore his ACL during the state semis. The scouts disappeared overnight. Dad went quiet. Mom found wine. I earned a partial scholarship to Emerson for digital media. They didn't show up to graduation. Kane sat on the couch icing his knee, complaining colleges only cared about flash. I moved out at 22 with 2 duffels and a laptop. Boston rent swallowed half my internship pay, but my first sponsored reel for a local coffee shop hit 10,000 views overnight. Brands trickled in. By 25, I quit the day job. Kane, 21, bounced between community college and odd jobs, still living at home. Dad covered his truck payment. Mom cooked his favorites. Last fall, Kane announced his girlfriend Lane was pregnant. Dad hosted a gender reveal at the country club. My invite arrived 3 days late, buried under junk mail. I texted congratulations. No response. At Thanksgiving, I drove down. Kane cornered me in the garage and sneered that my little videos didn't make me anybody, that Dad said influencers peaked at 30. I shrugged and told him at least I peaked on my own dime. He smirked and walked off. Aunt Rowan called that night. She'd heard. She warned me not to get dragged back. Then she paused and reminded me about Hayes from Emerson, the maritime law guy now practicing in Boston. Family gets messy, she said. I saved the contact. December came in cold. Kane posted gym selfies captioned comeback season. Dad replied with fire emojis. Mom shared ultrasound photos. I kept posting skincare routines and tech unboxings, my numbers climbing steadily. One Sunday, Aunt Rowan FaceTimed from her office. Len was planning the biggest New Year's bash yet, she said, and someone suggested using my fancy job to comp champagne. I told her not happening. She laughed and told me to build my empire. They'd noticed too late. A winter wellness brand landed in my inbox that Monday. Holiday push, cozy vibes. I outlined the campaign that night. 3 weeks in, the numbers exploded. 15-second hooks shot in my apartment, ring lights, fake fireplace app. Engagement beat projections by 40%. On Friday morning, 80,000 hit my account labeled performance bonus. No loans, no investors, just my work. I called Hayes that afternoon and asked how to shield cash from family claims. He laughed and told me to form an LLC. We met the next night. Graywave LLC filed in Delaware, operating in Massachusetts. Yacht purchased through the entity. Creditors hate piercing that veil. By Monday, I was scrolling listings. A 48-foot Hatteras repo sat in Edgartown Harbor asking $95,000. Solid hull rebuilt engines, interior stripped for refit. I wired 10% before lunch. Cash deal, 10-day closing. On closing day, I took the ferry to Martha's Vineyard with Hayes tagging along. Survey came back clean. I transferred the balance. Title clear, no liens. When they asked for the stern name, I said Gray Gray. The nickname hurt less in chrome. The refit started immediately. New teak decks, modern galley LED strips, biometric scanners on the companionway and master stateroom. Fingerprint or face only. Cameras tied to the same panel. Hayes reviewed the work order and nodded. Trespass laws apply on water just like land. I added Starlink generators, upgraded plumbing. I tested every valve myself. When the nameplate was bolted on, Gray Gray gleamed under the lights. She was mine. I slept aboard that night, the berth creaking gently, water lapping the hull. No family chats, no booster obligations, just the hum of the pump and my own breath. The first weekend in December, I motored out alone. Anchored in calm water, set my phone on a tripod, one take, popped Prosecco. Testing the new office, I said, no script, no cuts. I uploaded before midnight. By morning, it crossed 1 million views. By Monday, 5 million. Kane texted at 9:42. Cute boat, sis. Still not Harper level. NY's at the club, don't beg, I replied once. Already got plans, enjoy the club. Then I blocked him, blocked mom, blocked dad. Views kept climbing. Brands reached out. News ran a segment. I fueled up stocked supplies and watched the biometric panel blink green every time I boarded. The clip spawned duets and stitches, people swapping Prosecco for beer, comedians mocking rich kid problems. And Gray Gray stayed right where she belonged. Travelers asking for coordinates, I let the algorithm run. Thursday, a production company inquired about sponsored content aboard, I quoted. Triple rate Graywave LLC invoice, they wired deposit same day, Kane tried. Instagram next slid into stories with a gym mirror selfie, caption real wins. Don't need filters, I screenshot. Archived moved on, Friday I ran. Diagnostics bilge pumps navlights VHF. Radio all green, the marina office left. A voicemail confirming winter slip. Extension, I returned the call paid. Through March, Saturday morning the video crossed 8 million, TikTok sent a creator fund alert, extra revenue. Incoming, I transferred it straight to the LLC. Kane's wife Lane posted an ultrasound. Update tagged the family account, no mention of me, fine, I spent the afternoon polishing brass fittings. Coiling lines, labeling storage bins. The boat felt like an extension of my apartment, quiet, controlled mine. Evening brought wind shift, I raised anchor, motored back to Edgartown. Dock smooth lines secured in under 5 minutes, the harbor lights reflected off. The water steady and calm, phone but with a brand rep call last minute. Holiday collab, I took it on the fly. Bridge feet up, notebook open, deal. Closed in 10 minutes, night settled. Cold, I brewed tea in the galley. Watch the numbers tick past 10 million, comments shifted to NYE plans. People reserving tables, booking. Flights, I scrolled, sipped, planned. Nothing public. Kane sent one final text from a new number. Dad says bring the boat to the club dock, will handle security. I deleted it, blocked again, powered down. The harbor stayed quiet, just halyards clinking against masts. I locked the companionway, set the alarm, crawled into the berth, sleep came fast. 10 minutes after I posted the clip, notification pinged from an unknown email. Kane used for gym promos, boats. Cute but NY needs space for 50, dock it. At the club, will take over, I replied. To the address, not available then. Marked as spam, mom emailed from the family account next, family tradition. Grace and Len booked the band, bring the yacht. I archived without response, dad. Left a voicemail at the marina office. Staff forwarded the audio, his voice crackled, this isn't a request, Harper. Name opens doors, park at the club, slip. By Friday or we handle logistics. I played it for Hayes over speakerphone. He smirked, indirect pressure, marinas. Private Edgartown enforces docking. Permits strict, file a no docking order. Today we drafted it in his office. Graywave letterhead, clear denial of permission, citation of Massachusetts. General Laws, Chapter 91, I signed Hayes. Emailed the manager and harbor master. With me CCD, manager confirmed, order. Logged, any unauthorized vessel denied. Berth, Kane switched to a burner app. Email that evening, subject NYE. Itinerary attachment guest list. Catering menu fireworks permit, body. Confirm slip assignment, security. Arrive 6 p.m. I forwarded to junk, next. Morning, a courier delivered an envelope. To the marina office addressed to Gray. Gray owner inside forged docking. Reservation under Harper Family Trust. Dated last month, my signature crudely. Copied harbor master rejected it on site. Trust non-existent dates conflicted. With LLC records, Hayes reviewed the scan sloppy inkjet from a strip mall. Printer, I'll send cease and desist, he. Attach the document to a formal letter. Demand to halt fraudulent submissions. Copy to local PD records unit, certified. Mail tracking enabled, dad's assistant. Emailed a reminder from the real estate. Firm account, club expects the vessel. Sponsors committed, confirmed by EOD. I. Let Hayes reply, permission denied per. Attached order, Lane message from her. Work phone, Kane stressed, babies. Soon, just let us use it one night, I. Texted back, congrats on the baby. Answer still no, Hayes updated the with every thread timestamped, pattern. Established, they escalate, we document. Kane tried a marina voicemail, next. Left with dock master, tell Grayson they. Family needs the boat, dad's blood. Pressure through the roof, stat. Transcribed, emailed me, I saved the PDF, mom sent a physical card via. Courier handwritten, think of your brother's future, I photographed, filed. Hayes filed the no docking order with the county clerk for public record, fee. $40, scan copy, emailed to all parties. Marina posted a laminated notice on the gate, gray private. Vessel no unauthorized docking, I. Check the docks twice daily, confirmed. With staff no unfamiliar faces, dads. Assistant attached a backdated rental contract in another email, my forged E. Signature graywave stamp photoshopped. Hayes reported to the state attorney general's Consumer Protection Division as potential identity misuse. Harbor master messaged second. Reservation attempt under your name. Denied, documents destroyed, Keynes. Final email from a temporary address. You'll regret this, Hayes flagged for. Harassment log the week before New Year's Eve, I tested the alarm system. Triggered remotely, Marina responded in 90 seconds. Hayes dropped by with. Takeout trails bulletproof, they appear. It's trespass on record, I nodded. Jude, the water stayed flatboats. Rocking gentle, New Year's Eve, 700 p.m. At Edgartown Harbor, the temperature hovered at 28 degrees. I watched from the flybridge's dad's black Suburban rolled onto the parking lot, headlights cutting fog, Kane hopped out first lane, waddling behind in a puffer coat. Mom followed with a tote of decorations, a stranger in a dark jacket. Carried a canvas bag, tools clinking. Inside, they marched the dock like they owned it. Dad waved a printout. Grayson, open up, party starts in an hour. I stayed put, phone recording. Leave. Orders in effect, Kane ignored me. Climbed the gangway, the biometric panel flashed red at his thumb, he pounded the door, override this crap. The stranger knelt, unzipped the bag. Pulled a handheld device, trying to jam. The signal lights blinked erratic, then locked harder. Lane tugged Kane's sleeve. This is insane, she said no. Kane shrugged her off, family asset. Back me up. Mom set the tote down. Grayson, think of the guests. Champagne's chilling in the car, Dad. Dialed someone on speaker, security were boarded, need assistance. No answer, he was bluffing. I hit the marina emergency button, siren whooped. From the office, dock lights flooded. Bright. Officer Reed arrived in a patrol truck, boots crunching ice, evening. Complain of unauthorized access, Dad. Thrust the fake papers we have. Reservation. Reed scanned, shook his head. Denied weeks ago, LLC order on file. Step back. Kane lunged at the panel again. It's my sister's toy, we're taking it. Lane's face crumpled. Stop the babies kicking like crazy. This stress, shut up Lane, not now she. Zipped her coat tighter, I'm done. Turn, march back down the gangway. Heels clicking sharp, got in the suburb, slammed the door, mom chased. After Lane, honey wait, Kane kept. Fiddling the device, Reed stepped. Between Sarcisse or you're detained. The stranger packed up quick, muttered. About warrants slipped away into the shadow, Dad's voice rose, this is harassment, I know the chief, Reed radio. Backup possible trespass, gray slip. Rook captain I'd hired for maintenance. Emerged from the engine room, hatch up. Live streaming steady documenting for. Insurance, he called Kane, notice charged. Turn that off, Reed blocked back away. Recordings legal in public. Officer arrived, flashlight sweeping. Everyone off the vessel, Dad argued. Volume pleaded, tears, Kane cursed under breath, Reed issued verbal warnings. Leave or citations. They retreated slow, Dad last glaring. Over shoulder, Lane started this up. And peeled out without them, tires spun. Gravel, Rook kept rolling until they family piled into Dad's truck, tail. Lights fading, Reed approached me, file. Report tomorrow, we'll patrol extra. Tonight, I nodded, exhaled frost. Thanks, he tipped his hat, cruised away. Rook pocketed the phone, got it all. Faces clear, audio crisp, 10 million. Views by morning if you want, I shook my head, hold it, evidence first, he locked. The companion way behind us, harbor fell. Silent again, just ice cracking against holes, the clock struck midnight and fireworks popped over the harbor, Rook raised a plastic cup of sparkling cider. To owning your space, we clink-hecked on. The fly bridge, just us two, music low. From the salon speakers, Rook upload. The footage at 12:05, edited tight. Captions, neutral private property. Respected, views spiked immediate, by 2 a.m. it crossed 10 million, comments. Flooded support, outrage memes, January 2nd, Dad filed suit in Dukes County. Claim of family interest in Graywave. Assets, Hayes countered with LLC docs. Marina logs, biometric records, judge. Dismissed in prelim hearing, no standing. Case frivolous, Dad paid court costs. Lane served Kane papers January 5th. Irreconcilable differences, cited public humiliation, she moved to her sister's in Boston, kept the ultrasound private. Kane texted from a bar, you ruined everything, I deleted the app, Mom. Mailed a letter, apology mixed with blame, I returned to send her, Dad's business listings dropped, reviews. Overnight sponsors pulled, NYE recaps. Hayes closed the file, sanctions. Possible if they refile, I cruised gray. Gray solo, February, anchor off Nantucket. No invites, no tags, Aunt Rowan called. Once proud of you, gray, blood. Doesn't buy loyalty, I blocked the family domain, shredded old photos. Updated emergency contacts, Hayes only. Self-reliance became the real inheritance, no trust fund, no fallback. Just the hull beneath my feet and decisions I controlled.